you ready to start your YouTube channel? Have you picked a name yet? The niche of what you want to talk about? Do you know how long the videos need to be? And have you thought about if you want to do this recreational, or if you maybe have a goal, like long-term goal with it? Then let's talk about it. When you start a YouTube channel, according to the research that I've done, they recommend that it's best for you to have a specific topic. Let's say me in my personal life, I'm a Pilates instructor, but I also am a real estate investor, and I also have a baby. So I could talk about all these things, and I can share my experience of Pilates, of buying the houses, and like my life as a new mom. But they recommend that you choose a specific topic, so then you can start building your audience about that. So if you talk about all these different things in your same channel, then people will know, like, wait, I'm following you because I'm interested in buying a house, and then other people might be following me because they're interested about learning about Pilates. So it's kind of like, wait, what are you really talking about? What is the channel about? And then the algorithm doesn't know kind of like what to do with your video and where to put it. But if you talk about one single topic, let's say you want to talk about Pilates, and that's going to be your main topic, then every time somebody clicks on the search bar, Pilates classes, Pilates moves, anything, Pilates workout, then the algorithm will bring your video. So let's say if I want to talk about like this that I'm doing now, like I'm sharing my progress and all the things that I've learned with this new YouTube channel, like the people that are going to be interested in watching this are going to be people that are interested in starting with me. Maybe they're thinking about it and they want to see how the process is actually like when you're actually doing it. So then the algorithm will bring your video up to these people because they're interested about it, and then the algorithm recognizes that you're talking about that. So I think that is kind of like the easiest way to build up your audience faster and get more views and the followers and such. Then the other thing is, like, my advice to you, and it's what I did, kind of like to try to find what to talk about, because you know all of us have so many experiences in our lives and we could talk about endless things. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna find 3 topics that I could talk about, and I'm gonna write down 20 little subjects, like 20 videos ideas. So if I want to talk about Pilates, like how many videos would I actually be able to do with that? If I wanted to talk about buying houses and share our experiences, would I be able to talk about that for years? You know, because it suggested also that you create videos that are longer than 10 minutes. And this is because the way that you kind of get paid in YouTube is by advertisement. So the more views you get, the more followers you get, then your videos will start having ads in it. And then so many people that are watching the ads, then you get money. And that's how it is. So a video has to be more than 10 minutes or 8. So you can really have like 3 or 4 ads in it, and then that's how you make the money once you build up your audience and your followers and such. So that's kind of like, you need to find a topic that you're able to talk about for more than 10 minutes, and you're able to post maybe like 3-4 times per week, or maybe once a week. But you know, if you want to do this long term, in 5 years, 10 years, you need to find a topic that you're going to be able to talk about all of these years, and find relevant things that people would actually care about listening. So some topic ideas could be like lifestyle, if you want to just vlog your life, what you do every day. If you want to talk about fitness, if you want to talk about fancy cars, if you want to talk about like teaching people something that you really are good at and you really know, then you want to make like an educational video or channel, that would be great. So those are kind of like the topics, and you know, there are endless topics that you can kind of choose, but the recommendation is for people that have a lot of followers, the recommendation is to find one niche and just focus and stay with it. And then think about this, once you find your topic, there are 2 ways kind of to make money on YouTube. Like, one, you can have your audience, I think it says like you can have 4,000 views in the videos, and you need to have more than 1,000 followers, so subscribers. So once you have this, then you start getting advertisers in your videos and such, and you can make a little bit of money this way. The other way is that you are trained, or you have certifications, you know, on something like that you're really good at, then people can hire you for your business. So let's say if you're a realtor, it makes perfect sense that you have a YouTube channel talking about the houses, what documents people need to get before buying a house, like all the things that you know about, and then they would hire you because you're a realtor, you know, like. But then if you post, or if you choose your topic to be, I don't know, talking about like this is like what I'm doing. I'm sharing my experience as a YouTuber. Like nobody's gonna hire me to start a YouTube channel, you know. I'm just doing this to kind of like take you guys along with me. But this is kind of how it works. Like if you have something that you're really good at that somebody can hire you for that, then you will really make good money, because a lot of followers, a lot of people will see you, and then they will want to hire you because you're an expert in that field. But you know, so that's another thing to think about when you're thinking about your topic. Like, can you make more money before you get all the viewers and all these things? Like, can that really bring you more business? So if you've been thinking about it, that's my homework for you. Find 3 main topics that you could see yourself talking about for years, and then write it out. Because in your mind you can be like, yeah, I can talk about this, but actually when you write it down, you may have more ideas, or you may be like, oh no, like I won't be able to pick up to be able to talk about this for years. And then is choosing the right name. So once you find your niche, your topic, all the things that you can talk about, the 10 minutes you have to do, what is the name that you're gonna use? So I use ChatGPT to help me find names. A lot of them are taken, you guys. So when you find what you want to talk about, it's gonna be, I spent 3 days trying to find the perfect name for this channel, so good luck. ChatGPT is super good with it, and then ChatGPT will give you a link where you can check if the name is taken or not. So let's say I wanted to put one of my names to be All About It, because it's so, you know, open, you can just use it for anything. So ChatGPT, then they will say, well, it's too broad, you need to like narrow it down a little bit. Like if you're gonna talk about YouTube, like All About It YouTube channel, or All About It my start as a YouTuber. So they said you need to narrow it down a little bit, so it's a little bit more easy to find, because what you want is when people type in your name that they find it right away. So there are so many videos out there that say All About It. So of course, all those people that have a lot of viewers, if your channel is called All About It, your channel is not gonna show up. It's gonna show up all the people that have hundreds of views, thousands of views. So not your video. So you wanna find a name that as soon as they type it in, is you. So that's the best advice I have for the name. I'm still not at the top when they search my name, but you know, I just started. But that's kind of like what you want to think about on your name. It has to be the more unique you can, you know, think, and use ChatGPT, use your friends, like use anything you can, because that's gonna be interesting. Let's see. I think that's my advice for you. That's gonna be really helpful. Good luck.